Welcome back to another episode of Made in the 1980s. Man, it has been one hell of a week, one hell of a ride, and we're not even done with the week yet. You dig? But the most important thing to know right now, if you are unaware, if this is your first time listening, I am Camp from the Port, and this week I am back with my guy who needs no real introduction, but I'm going to let him introduce himself. So will you do that, please, sir?
It's your boy, elevating right here in front of your face.
Hey,
Wayne Day.
you
You,
know
you
what I'm
know what,
saying?
Kim? You know what I've been thinking?
Yo,
I really feel like I should add the doodle back.
okay. We going back to Wang Dang Doodle.
I,
Is it's unofficial?
I, I, I missed the whole name.
Okay.
It was so locally legendary. I,
Enlighten us. What do you why did you drop the doodle? Pause.
oh, okay. the, the doodle got dropped because my Facebook page got hacked,
This. Okay, I remember this. I remember this.
and in order for me to kind of get my following back, I had to go by my government name for a couple of months.
Yeah, that always sucks.
So I just found out about a week ago that the guy that the persons or whatever that stole my Facebook account, they actually just did away with Wang Dang Doodle, and now it's like Curtis George or some shit like that.
Oh wow.
So now it's like, okay, true enough, you just stole my Facebook page and everything, but now you're allowing me to have my name back.
Mm.
You know,
Success can't be stopped.
so I'm strongly considering instead of just keeping it at Wayne Dang, because after so long and people realized that my Facebook page had got hacked,
Mm.
I just did Wayne Dang because he
Mm.
still had Wayne Dang Doodle. And I didn't
Okay.
get misconstrued and start following back this bitch ass nigga that stole my shit.
Facts.
But now you didn't. I think I'm gonna go back. I think I'm gonna go back. So I guess new nickname alert
Yeah.
for the ones that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's your boy Wayne Dang Doodle.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, before I proceed, because you asked, you said something. I want to talk about that. Um, any AKA this week? Mm.
My week.
Hmm.
Where do I start? Where do I start? I'm going to start mild.
Okay.
I got a new supervisor at my job. Uh, for because people don't know, I'm a wastewater treatment operator.
Mm.
So any dirty water that comes through my facility, I clean it before I can send it to the city.
Mm.
It's EPA environmental. I like to call myself a superhero, Captain
I
Planet.
know. I was gonna say, yeah, no, that's what Captain Planet was definitely trying to stop EPA and other things. Like when they was like picking like syringes and like the 6 pack
The six pack rings, yeah,
you know
the
what I
whole
mean?
nine. So yeah, Captain Planet in this bitch. So this guy comes from a wastewater background, but it's polar opposite to our the way we run our facility.
Mhm.
Trying to school this guy, and he keeps telling me about how things work at his old job.
Mm.
Now, my previous supervisor, he still comes in 2, 3 times a week to try to help guide the new guy down the right path.
Mhm.
This motherfucker just refuses to listen.
Mm.
So I tell him not to go too deep into it, but there was a situation where something got broken. And this thing that got broken is submerged like 10 feet underwater.
Mm. Wow.
So for like 4 days, consistently, every day, he would ask me a different method to fix this thing that's 10 feet underwater. Bitch, do I like Flipper? Do I like Aquaman? So I'm like, dude, it's underwater. How the fuck are we going to fix it? It's underwater.
Hmm.
So come in the next day. Hey, I got a new idea. How would no, you don't. So eventually, I got to a point where I was just like, dude, do not ask me one more time about this fucking thing that's stuck underwater 10 feet. I don't care what idea you've come up with. Do not ask me. Don't even bring that shit up to me again. Like, and that's just the beginning.
so, so it's safe to say that it's Wang Dang Doodle, aka, do I look like a fucking amphibian? it's, it's Wang Dang. Cause who the fuck are you, bro?
Oh, fucking turtle, goddamn!
Right. Like I look like Donatello before the mutation. That's what I look like to you.
What man? This motherfucker think I'm an otter or some shit. Goddamn! It is 10 feet underwater. Like what? It is not even clean water. It's the dirtiest. It's the dirtiest water that we have.
Yeah, that's
This
rough.
this is the beginning of the dirt.
That's wild.
Like,
Yeah, that's wild.
what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
It's like, what are you trying to say? So, so, so with that, so now that we got your AKA for the day, man, I see that you have fixed yourself a drink here for the show, and I would have liked to have joined you in that. Actually, before we had talked about this recording, I was about to get sky high so I can kind of bring myself down to just chill. But because um the owner of the store I work at said, let's go out and have a drink. I was like, actually, the last thing you want me to do is have a drink right now. Like, that's the last thing you want. Like, this week, a drink is only going to escalate all situations. Yeah, and, you know, I mean, look, my rent check cleared, so I ain't really tripping, but there's always that open door. It's just like, when the door's cracked, you know,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
a third tier perv. So like when the door is cracked, you can see a lot. And I want you to see for a fact that me with any libation in my system, it's definitely gonna get a different type of party started, and I will not apologize. So so I am going to I'm going to sober this one out, and maybe after the show, because then we're gonna go off into a tangent. Listen, one day though, made in the 1980s, I'm gonna indulge in like shrooms, or I'm gonna indulge in something, and we're gonna try to do a show, and hopefully it comes out great. And I'm gonna post it because I don't care, but I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. It's gonna be called the Slap Fest.
I'm gonna match your energy on that show. So instead of me indulging in a drink while we're having the show,
Mm.
we're gonna get started before the show starts.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And people just gonna see what happens.
And then, right, hey, for sure. And then, because I do got to do this, even though, man, I'm probably not gonna try this during the winter, but like next spring, I'm gonna come to Freeport. We're gonna do this show, and we're gonna have a slap fest in a undisclosed location.
Hey, if I have to book a small venue,
Yeah, because the invites got to go out. This is a Freeport thing at that point.
hey, you just came back into town. Oh yeah, we most definitely booking a venue.
Yeah, for sure.
Fight the whole city out so they can. Man,
Yeah.
just think about how live that would be.
Yeah, hey, listen, it's crossed my mind quite a few times. Like, what one of my goals, and maybe you got to be from Freeport to understand this. One of my goals is to do something live at the Jeanette Lloyd Theater, just because it's there and it's so many seats.
Just think about that. To come back, for you to come back to the homeland, we booked the Jeanette Lloyd Theater and do a live pod for the home. Man, that shit would be crazy.
Yeah, that's going crazy. And we gonna have guests. We gonna have way more entertaining, even though we're gonna be more than entertaining enough. I can promise that. But we gonna make it a nice show. It's gonna be at least a 2-hour show. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna bust heads. Hey, maybe even by that time we'll have merch that y'all can buy at the door and all of that. We'll do a meet and greet, all of that. You know what I'm saying? If it's really that real. So that would be pretty cool. I'm excited about the opportunity. But first, we're gonna see how the Slap Fest work, you know, online. Oh shoot.
That sounds like an amazing time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, man, you know what? I don't even know if it's gonna end up being a question, but I'm gonna say this, Wang, and I just want to know your feedback on it. When I was growing up, I never truly like registered the fact that being a grown working man would be a like, I guess I didn't know it would come with the constant testing of my gangster as well as my restraint at the same damn time in several environments where the objective is to earn a living. Didn't know that would happen. Totally lost there.
Bro, I am baffled. I really, as a child, I really just thought you went to work, did your job, go home.
Yeah.
Go to work, do your job, go home. Doesn't sound like rocket science.
Nope.
But there should never be a situation where I go to work and then the whole time I'm at work, see, I got the prayer hands going and everything.
Right. Prayer hands early.
Where I go to work doing my job. Well, might I add you.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm ready to slap the shit out of you.
Yeah. I've been there too many times.
Because all I wanted to do was come to work and do my job.
Mm.
You give me 12 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
12 hours a day, 4 days out of the week. Just let me do my job and fucking leave.
Right. That's it. Just let me do my job and leave.
The kicker in my personal situation is my boss can't even do my job. So why are you over here telling me how to do my job?
That's an important question.
And again, my previous comes in, he helps. He always tells me before he leaves, Derek, behave. Because he knows I'll lose my shit. I've never, and it's a curse. I'm not proud of it. It's not nothing that I'm proud of. I don't care about not telling you how I feel. I prefer that you tell me how you feel. That way there's an understanding. So my boss, him having to learn, yes, Derek will express himself in the most vulgar way. He wants me to kind of ease the new guy in. Fuck that. I am hey, look, I'm 40 years old. I'll be 41 in November. I ain't got time to be easing another grown motherfucking shit.
Hey, At this point, man. I mean, especially post pandemic, you should be so happy to be alive that you just want to take on new challenges at all costs and at any given time.
And the bad part is, me telling this story. This is the light part of my week.
Oh
It
man.
gets so much worse.
Oh man. Man, I am I feel you even though we're in two different industries. And every day as I think about the decisions I make to earn a living. And yes, on the surface, my job seems very cool. But you know what though? I am now getting refreshed weekly now that the return, like that the return is worn off, and now I'm back full time in the world of retail, almost for a year now, almost full time for a year, and I thought entitlement was bad when I left the first time when I left management the first time, which was man, at this point it was about 15 years ago now. Wow, I am such a dinosaur. Uh, it was 15 years ago, and now I am back. I'm not back full time because I could take it in some doses, even though some people really piss me off. But now I am just totally aware that entitlement in retail is a lifestyle, and I officially want to end that lifestyle at all costs, hourly, at my store. Man, um, when I tell you that I I was so close to telling the guy, hey, but this ain't a concierge service. so so please get the fuck out of here. When I was so close to saying that I just paused and we were just looking at each other. And I didn't even like I which super proud of myself because boy, if this was 20 years ago, that would have flew right off. I've done some things at work that can definitely get you fired, and all they did was gave me lunch and said, "Man, Cam, come back. You know, you'll be fine. Just take a walk, take a breather, bro, and come back." But I think now at my age, I think maybe it's because I was young, and hey, look, possibly it's because I was really that damn good, man. It really could be that. But no matter what, I sat there and I was just like, and even I blacked out. I was like, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? that's just that's just where I was because nothing productive, nothing solution based, nothing positive came flooding to my mind to come out of my mouth to be received with anything but aggression. When I tell you that I have had everything from, hey, I don't have any money down, but hold this for 2 weeks. When I've had the, hey, why don't you call the other store and see if they got this item when it's on clearance? Or it's the only when it's the item I know that I only my store has, and I've expressed that. Um, I don't um when I am being told when people pop up on me and they need a service and my tailor may be out or he's just not scheduled for the day, and how people try to use calling the owner as the big joker to my process. And then there's the people that come in that literally entitlement, again, a lifestyle. They come and they walk into my store like I owe them already, and I don't know their names or faces. And you know, I get the flip side of it is that some people have an attitude, they have a very nasty attitude at work. And I don't think that's right. I don't. But I'll tell you this, all of you people that are mad that people that have nasty attitudes at work, sometime some of your fellow piss poor humans
There
come
you go.
into establishments
There you
with
go.
the worst fucking mentality that they could ever have in pursuit of getting everything they want for as little as possible. And some people are just fucking tired of hearing that shit. They
There you
just are.
fucking go.
You
That
know what I'm saying?
that is
It's like,
exactly what it is.
we all have a job to do here, even the aspect of retail, right? You are the consumer. You are looking for an item. Our job, my job, even specifically, even though I'm a store manager, this is my job. I have two jobs actually within this one. One, I have to make sure that I have what you need. And then I got to make sure that myself or my team are more than equipped to help you get what you need. So now, why on God's green and blue earth you would come in and be overly demanding when that is the premise? The premise is supply and demand, not give me what you got to get shot. Like that's not what it is. So I never, I never quite understand. And you know what? This is I'm sure this is an old analogy. I'm not gonna act like I took credit for this because I can't be the first person that thought about this. The way some of you treat privately owned, family owned, non-corporate businesses, um, that I know you wouldn't go into Walmart, Target, uh, Kroger, Publix. You wouldn't go into these other stores doing these things. And for the life of me, I do not understand why you do it to the small business owner. But you sincerely have to fucking stop. Like you have to stop because you don't. I'm gonna guarantee all of you never walk in the Kohl's and be like, man, I've been shopping here for 20 years, probably more than 20 years. And I remember when so and so was the president of this company, or when this store manager was there. So what can you give me off on these chinos over here in this shirt? How much can I get off on this? You can't have shit but what they're offering.
This is
And
not this is not Madison Street, Chicago.
yeah, it's like,
Not Wheeler Deal.
right. Like I am so sick and tired of everybody treating my store like Swaparama that I'm about to blow a fucking gasket.
But let me ask you this:
Yes.
Do you think it's because see, I hear this. I won't call it a complaint. I hear
Mhm.
this. I don't want to call it a gripe either because I understand and I respect it.
Mhm.
But because what my girl does for a living, she gets the same thing.
Yeah.
So is it like is it like the whole people look down on public service?
To a degree, I do believe it is that. I do believe it is that. Um, because hey, you know what? Hey, look, the the pandemic put a lot of things in perspective for me because all of a sudden, essential workers included people in retail, restaurant, and dang, what else? Oh, and transportation. I'm sorry. Yes, how can I forget? I was in transportation during the time of the pandemic, and and the thing is, no matter what side you're on, whether you're corporate level management or if you're supervisor, floor manager, manager, whatever, or if you're just whether you are a cook or a truck driver or a dispatcher, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is we're literally doing the jobs that keep America running. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not Duncan. It's the essential workers. Like it's the people serving you the Duncan. That's actually the people that
Right.
you need every day. and
The order that motherfucker at home hide still.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So um, you know, yes, you do come in and you do spend your hard-earned money, right? But what you don't understand, some of you, and obviously I'm not directing this to my guy here, but what some of you that come in here saying that, hey, I'm here to spend my money, you're right. However, you're spending your money, well, I'm trying to make mine. And what makes you think that your energy, your aura, your attitude is supposed to be anything less than respectful? I'm not even saying stellar. You ain't got to give me a 15 out of 10. Look, hey, give me a 7.5. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Give me a 7.5 out of 10. Because at least that means your respect meter is high enough to where we ain't gonna be buddies, and you may not ask me for my business card, but at least you'll get a receipt and a smile on the way out, and you'll feel that, hey man, I got something accomplished today,
Yeah.
and that's fine with me. And you know, to your lady, it's I know that it's difficult because also we're doing the job that the majority of Americans either don't want to do or flat out can't do.
Bruh. I saw to piggyback off of that, I saw some shit the other day that really made me realize how fucked up the world we live in is.
Hmm.
The stipulations were work at a specific fast food chain for 4 years, and in that 4 years, you would make, I think it was $2 million.
Wow.
So in 4 years, basically $500,000 a year to work at this fast food chain. Everybody on the panel said no.
Wow, really?
Everybody on the panel, except for the person that was asking the question, everybody on the panel said no. I don't want to see all my friends watching me flip these burgers. I don't want to see all my friends coming in laughing at me, and I'm dropping fries and mopping floors. And bruh, do the math.
Right.
You're telling me your ego and your pride are so big, or I'm not gonna say your ego and pride. Fuck that. Fuck your ego and your pride.
Mm-hmm.
You look so down on these employees at this fast food establishment that you probably dine in twice a fucking week
Mm-hmm.
to say you basically just said that you're better than them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reason why I asked you the question previously. Like
Mm-hmm.
people, and I for the life of me, why do you feel like you don't have to respect the person that's doing a service?
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. It's my job to assist you, but I ain't your fucking butler.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, let's take it a step further. Because here's the Jedi mind trick, especially with black folks. Especially with black folks. Let me get with this here. See, we